Wow.
We are in a
Imagine that. You're with a loved one or an emergency happens, or even if you're by yourself
yeah.
and no one else is there to help you except you try to call 911 and they're like, sorry, we can't.
No. Yeah.
That's in America I don't know. I genuinely have never
We're
been through
spoiled.
this.
We've lived in a first world country where you call the police and the police come. You call the firemen and the firemen come. You order something and it comes in the mail. You go to the grocery store, there's food. And we are now in a period where that isn't the case anymore.
It's an if with everything. We used to not have an if.
You have an American passport. You can travel the world. You can go anywhere. And I think that for a while we have been suppressing other countries. I think that wealthy countries actually have been going into other places in the world and occupying them falsely, whether it was through these never-ending wars in the Middle East or weird philanthropy things in Africa. I don't know all the specifics, but that's just my general feeling. And I feel like we've held back the rest of the world, and now the elite is looking at their own countries, and they're the final thing that they have to crush and consolidate, just like they did with the third world countries. And I feel like that's where we're at right now. And like they let us have our fun, and now the fun is potentially over. And that's just my feeling. I don't have a lot of like
No, that makes
data
sense.
to back it up, but just as I'm seeing everything like lose control. I mean, I went to LA last weekend, and I was asked for my vaccine passport when I went into a club, and this was the first time that had happened to me. And of course, I wasn't going to comply, and I just pretended that he said passport instead. So I showed him my actual passport, and he actually let me in. So hopefully that gives you some hope to just like keep doing your thing and don't comply.
Yeah, like, I have my passport. Just play dumb.
Exactly. That's exactly what I did. And I will continue to do that because I refuse, vaccinated or unvaccinated, it doesn't matter. Like, no one should be complying to this stuff. No one has any right to your medical stuff, but that's another tangent.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I think we're deteriorating very fast.
I think that you definitely just made a really good point of the leaders having knocked out the little tasks of smaller countries, third world countries, second world countries, and now the bigger final tasks are their home countries, obviously America being
The big one.
the big one. And it's going to be tough. I think the resistance is strong. I am proud to be a part of it, but I don't know. It's not impossible. I mean, clearly after the amount of success that they've had in the last year and a half, I can believe anything now.